Hey, not a lot going on around here lately. Let's just see what's behind this door. No, is there a better door around here maybe?
Men are leaving the US to find women overseas, and the feminist woke females are having a meltdown about it. For decades, men have had to suffer the cheating, the bitterness, the man-hating, and the hypergamy-fueled disrespect of Western women. For decades, men have had to watch as Western society became a circus of woke feminist ideology that painted all men as toxic, predatory oppressors of women. Feminism created a generation of women who hate men, and for the men in the West, their only option was to date these women. Along with all the headaches and baggage that came with it, that is, until recently. Men have started realizing the inherent advantages they have, and they're starting to use them to their advantage. By saving up some money and grabbing their passports, men are flying overseas and realizing how much better life can be. Not only is everything far more reasonably priced, the women haven't been poisoned with woke feminist ideology that can't even define what a woman is. There's a reason why women from Southeast Asia, Latin America, and Eastern Europe are stealing all the men from the West, and it's not because they're playing the game unfairly. These feminine traditional women are just being themselves, and by doing that, they're easily beating bitter modern women at the dating game. Great men are flying overseas to have relationships with them because the West has become such a hostile environment towards men. If a woman was treated badly by every man she met, she would say, "Get the hell out of there," but society freaks out when a man exercises that same freedom. This is just one of the many double standards that dominate this society. Modern women can't stand the fact that they're being ignored, while feminine women from other countries attract high-value men. I'm sorry ladies, but feminism forgot to mention that being strong, competitive, and independent will not bag you a high-quality man. And now, you can't blame men for not wanting you anymore. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Hongoloid, who said, "Men build, women occupy. Indifference is not hatred, it's self-preservation." This comment deserves a standing ovation. Spread the message, men. Please, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever.
Society for the past 20 years has been built around one phrase: men aren't needed. Women were told that they should be strong and independent. Feminists told women they needed to beat men at their own game. They said men have been the oppressors for decades and now it's time for revenge. It's a toxic message to tell young women. And after trying to convince women that they were wrong, women called men misogynists and women haters. So men gave up. Men have been withdrawing from society in massive numbers. They realize that modern women aren't the answer. They're hard to tolerate, let alone have a relationship with. Most modern women aren't people you would even want to have a conversation with. Having a relationship with a woman like that would guarantee stress, misery, and infidelity when she gets bored of you. Modern women like to say they don't need men, but they conveniently ignore the existence of mechanics, electricians, sanitation workers, construction workers, men who work in agriculture, and so on. If all of these men went on strike for a day, society would collapse, and these modern women would be the first to complain to men about it. But what do you think would happen if modern women went on strike? Well, they did, and here's what happened.
So 100,000 women went on strike today in Iceland to demand gender equality. The entire population is 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike. And men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality. But I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some shit done, end quote.
The kind of traditional feminine women that passport bros are seeking relationships with know that men are needed. These women understand that without men, society would collapse. They aren't convinced of the feminist delusional idea that men aren't needed. Women from these countries naturally understand what men want, and more than anything else, that's respect. Respecting a man is such a simple and basic standard that modern women consistently fail to meet. But traditional women in passport bro-friendly countries tend to respect men and value what they do for society. Modern women have become undateable for men in the West. Being in the company of a modern woman is like being in the company of an over-emotional, social media addicted child. Most of these women are resentful, bitter, and carry so much toxic resentment towards men that it's almost impossible to approach them without being attacked for it. And this is all based on the ridiculous idea that men have oppressed women for thousands of years. And do you know who's starting to get the message that modern women have destroyed the dating market? Other women. That's right. Even other women in the sisterhood are leaving the new religion of woke feminism and realizing that women messed up.
I've just discovered the reason why it's so hard to find a good guy dating in 2023. And it's not because there aren't any left and that all men are disgusting and all men are trash. That is completely false, no matter what you hear from other girls on TikTok. The truth is that the good guys are done with dating. They would rather be single and have their peace than be in a relationship and not be treated correctly. They're done playing the games, okay? Girls not being monogamous, them not texting them back, them giving them mixed signals, them opening up and sharing their feelings, and then a girl breaking up with them. They don't want to deal with that. They'd rather work a lot, go home, play some video games, watch a movie, and spend time with their dog or themselves than ever have to deal with women. I just want to know. I just want to know which one of you ladies messed it up for everyone, because dating out here is so hard.
This is why women can't find men in the West. This is why it's so hard for them to find a man, because almost no men want to date modern women. Only the simpy beta males passionately pursue women in the West today. The smartest men are either walking away completely and pursuing their own happiness, or they're leaving and going overseas. The level of bitterness towards men is something that our ancestors would have found extremely alarming. Modern women carry a deep resentment towards men that they drag into every interaction. With some women, this resentment is obvious, so you can see it in the way they talk and the way they look at you.
Yes, I have an accent because I ain't from here. I was born in Thailand, and I grew up in Georgia for a decade. And then I fucking moved to Nebraska. Ain't shit over there, by the way. How the hell y'all gonna tell me how I'm supposed to sound like? You want me to speak in broken English, bitch? The fuck? Or would you like for me to speak formally to you, sir? Fuck out of here, man.
Did you catch that? Did you catch the level of bitterness she has towards men just for existing? Don't let her looks fool you, men. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And there's another point this video raises that I want to mention. Many people say that the West isn't so bad and that the claims that it corrupts women are exaggerated. Well, to those people I say, watch the video I just showed you. This woman was born in Thailand and moved to the States. She was born in a place where women and feminine values are alive and well. But after growing up in the States, she's become so masculine that she's more likely to punch you in the face than she is to smile in your direction. And this is what the West does. It corrupts women. Now compare that with a woman you might find in any Latin American country.
¿Qué? ¿Qué hace? ¿Cómo?
Soft, feminine, and beautiful. These kinds of women are not unattainable, and they embody traditional values that realize that men are important. These traditional women see the insanity of hating men. When women and men hate each other, society is doomed. This is why birth rates are plummeting in Western-influenced countries that forget traditional values. If you go to Southeast Asia, not only do women not hate men, they love men. They want men to succeed. They don't see a man as a threat in the same way as modern women do in the West. And do you know one of the most insane things about modern women? They impose the most insane delusional standards on men. And when the men who don't match their crazy standards start leaving for other countries, they go on TikTok to bash them for it. Modern women only want the top 10% of men, but are angry that regular guys are leaving. It's like modern women are saying, no wait, stay here so we can reject and belittle you some more. Don't leave. That's not how the game is supposed to be played. Ladies, you said you want a man who makes 6 figures, who's 6 feet tall, with a six-pack, who measures above 6 inches below the waist. So why are you all getting mad when regular guys leave? These aren't the men you say you wanted, so why all the hate? I'll tell you why. Let's say you're playing with a child. The child drops a toy and starts playing with another one. You decide to pick up the toy the child just dropped and start playing with it yourself. Most children will get upset at you and demand to have the toy back. Well, this is what's happening now. Women have told men that they aren't wanted or needed, but when they decide to leave to find women who want them, they can't handle it. Men, they said they don't want you, but they also don't want any other woman to have you either. Does that sound reasonable, or does this sound like the emotional behavior of a child? This is what modern women have become. Children who are angry because they can't have all the toys and attention they want, and who can't stand the idea of other people being happy either. Men have learned that women's standards are straight up delusional. Being expected to make $500K a year in this economy is absolutely nuts. The average salary is somewhere around $40K. And let's say you earn $500K. Now you're expected to spend most of it on a woman who doesn't like you, doesn't contribute anything to the relationship, and expects everything to be given to them without any effort needed. Why the hell would a man do this? Nobody on the planet would be expected to blow their hard-earned livelihood on such an ungrateful woman. But what can you expect? Women have been taken care of by men since the dawn of time. It's only recent that they've become completely ungrateful for it and feel entitled to a man's resources without anything in return. And why are women from overseas attracting Western men, you might ask? Because they have realistic, rational dating standards that any man, regardless of the background, can aspire to. We aren't expecting to be given everything without working for it, but we need to know that it's possible to achieve it. If a woman says she wants a man to provide for her and the kids, we know that's possible. With some hard work, we know we can build an income that supports a family, and with the right woman, men are inspired to do that. But modern women don't want to just be provided for. That isn't enough. She wants a man to pay her $1,000 a day just for existing. She wants the diamond earrings. She wants the private jet to exotic tropical islands. She wants to eat at the best restaurants in town so she can post photos on Instagram for the girlies to see. Modern women have become so incredibly materialistic that it makes no sense for men to date them. Most men accept that they'll never be a billionaire, and that's okay. You don't need to be that wealthy to be happy. But modern women are so expensive that you need to be Jeff Bezos to afford them. And what do you get in return? An entitled, insufferable princess who will make your life a living hell. Bad deal, no thank you. And the reaction from modern women tells you everything you need to know.
Get your goddamn ass to this motherfucking house right motherfucking now. And I'm not lying. You can't ask me to do a motherfucking thing for your motherfucking ass no more. Your lying ass, cause I'm gonna put the police on your motherfucking ass.
They're pissed that men are exercising their freedom. It's like they realize that they're being beaten at the game and they want men to lose. They'll use every female manipulation trick in the book to try to get men to stop exploring their options. They'll attack his sexual value. They'll attack his ability to create wealth. They'll attack his masculinity. Male aggression is more physical and direct. Female aggression is more emotional and indirect. It's through reputation destruction. She won't punch you, but she'll make everyone hate you. And you'll see this kind of thing on full display if you say you're leaving and walking away.
I deserve to have a traditional wife. They want to go be a passport, bro. And I'm like, bro, you're fat, you're broke, you don't deserve a traditional wife. You need to level up. The same way they want a traditional girl. The girl, she's going to be way more traditional back in my country. So trust me, she's not marrying you for love, she's marrying you for your green card. So.
Are you against passport bros or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly. If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife? If some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet, he's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have like a credit score. He doesn't even have like his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're gonna basically make her a Western woman, and she's gonna realize like, this guy really doesn't have his shit together. Now she's gonna cheat on you.
This is what modern women do. They set up impossible games. They ask society to handicap them, which it does. And then when men start winning a little, they attack them. It's a nasty tactic, and it's entirely unsurprising. What is surprising is what women have tried to do in retaliation. Have you ever heard of the phrase passport sis? This is a woman who grabs her passport and tries to copy men by finding a man overseas, and it's been going almost as well as you'd expect.
No estoy pasando tiempo contigo porque tú eres una persona que me vive tirando muchas cosas en cara. Tu éxito y ese tipo de cosas. A mí no me gusta eso. Honestamente, a mí no me gusta eso.
At the end of the day, basically what he's saying is, I don't like you.
Modern women have tried to be passport sisters, and it's failing horribly because men overseas won't tolerate the same terrible behavior we've had to tolerate for decades. And these women are shooting themselves in the foot, all because of a single reason. One word. Can you guess it? Hypergamy. If any of these women have even stopped to think for a second, they would have realized that trying to go overseas to find a wealthy man makes absolutely no sense. These women couldn't find a wealthy man to date in the US, so they decided to go to places like Ecuador. And they say women are smarter than men. Grab your passports, gentlemen. It's the only way forward. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.